right of your screen in the yellow, while the Saudi Arabians are to the left in the touch of green and white. It's a highly contested region, this competition promises to give you more and more talking points. You can find us on the different various platforms. We are on SuperSport as well as FIFA Plus TV. Find us on X, Instagram and TikTok. Here are the respective national anthems of their countries. Next for the national anthem of the Seychelles.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Seychelles.
Wow, oh wow. Don't say I've never seen a team that at this very same time, synchronicity at its best as they lifted their heads and accepted the challenge at hand. I do know the Mexican national team kind of put their hands over the shoulders and stand up, but that's a nice little touch there from a man from the east. In terms of the match officials, Ritesh Law, Saki Makwaza of South Africa, as well as Tiki Mwanga. Today's referees, they've been spot on and pretty on the ball and on the money really with the officiating. The players as well have provided plenty of entertainment. We'll start off now with Gustavo Silva's team. He goes in between the sticks with Ahmed picking the Hassan Kaman, while Ahmed Kalmani, also known as Ali, he plays up top alongside Walid Al-Yabi, the 31-year-old who plays for Al Samia. Ramzi Dakman is the other of the starting players. On the bench, you can find the names of Aslam Saraj, Khalid Mudaya and Salman Ashradi. They will be rolling subs throughout the 3 12-minute periods of this beach soccer games. Now in terms of the opponents, the Island Nation Herald Kaswa, he's gone with the 26-year-old, and the man who skippers the side as well, Dominic Butchera. He plays for Ecuador. Up top is 33-year-old Terence Amadi with experience, alongside another experienced campaigner, Martin Williams. He's of one store. And in terms of Ryan Servina, he's alongside Mark Balete, who turned 34 on Wednesday. So plenty of experience in this Seychelles side. The two respective captains at the coin toss. The battle begins even ahead. A ball has been kicked at the coin toss as we get ready to get underway match 3. Yeah, you gotta go the other side, sir. Can't be where your opponent stands. That's a shot of Walid Al-Yabi, 31 years of age. Be hoping to give his side the necessary firepower that his team requires for an important win. As the sides, I'm sure the respective coaches, you saw a picture of Gustavo Silva and Harold Cosley a bit earlier on, they will be telling their teams, get a win, because that's what really will put you in good stead and confidence. Angola, who will be pretty confident after getting the win against Tanzania. Malawi 4-2 win against South Africa will also put them in good stead, because I'll tell you what, then you put 3 points on the table. If you win outright during regulation time, of course it's in extra time, you get 2 points. Anything below that is a point for your troubles. It is the Seychelles nation that gets us underway, attacking the goals from left to right in white. Saudi Arabians, the new debutants, the first ever African or non-African country to participate in this particular football tournament. They are to the right of your screen. From the premium wall to begin proceedings. Protecting the goals is Sam Kaman. Ahmed, as is fondly known, or short on his back of his shirt. That's what you will see. And we're ready to get underway. Ref makes eye contact with his fellow colleague. Looks at his watch. To believe we're a few seconds from getting the show on the road. This the hottest ticket in town with South Beach. We find ourselves at the beach arena for match day 1. This match 3 of the competition. Saudi Arabia as a Middle Eastern entrance take on the Islanders, the Seychelles nation. They begin with the last possession. Thought there was a bit of a touch there from the Saudi Arabian player. First touch there for Ahmed Hassam Kaman, as is fondly known. Ramzi Darkman, the 28-year-old. First shot block there by Ryan Servina. So high-paced starts in both games. So I expect pretty much the same. And what advantage these two players, these two teams would have had. I think there's a ball change there. A bit of an issue. Oh, there's an issue already for Seychelles player Ryan Servina. Maybe took a knock to their head there. Seeing some stars. Referee just momentarily stopping the game. Of course, in beach soccer, the clock stops and the ball is not in play. So not a second is lost at all. Unlike football played on grass. And to restart. Really keen to see what the Saudi Arabians can bring to the table. There's much talk that they're going to bring a lot of flair, Saudi Arabian flair. Let's see exactly what sort of performance they put up now. There's a chance early on for Walid Al-Yobi, and who plays for Al-Simiya. And their captain Ahmed as well tests that Seychelles defense. It's up to task. Yeah, you're gonna have to put your head where it hurts, son. That's Terence Amade. It's a bit of a knock as well to the cranium for his troubles. Little back post touches by the Saudi Arabian player. That was Ramzi Darkman. But on the counter attack, there's a good counter too by Ryan Servina. Not so long ago, he was injury stricken. Dusted himself off literally and got going. As he decided a foul early on. Of course, 12-minute periods split into 3. Goes very quickly, I have to say. Can you miss it? That's why these first periods are so crucial. No team, barring Malawi, has been able to score in those first periods. They got their first. Did the Malawians through the man who really you need to look out for, Kacham, from distance. Does not test Ahmed at all there. Chance goes a begging. Remove. Attempted pass by Kamed, a slight little pass, but in turn doing just gave away possession, which gives the man from the island nation a chance to gain possession, which they quickly relinquish. Touch there by Darkman, aka Ramzi. It's also an important factor to mention that in beach soccer, the goalkeeper really plays such a big role. He's a sweeper keeper role. He's almost the last defender and can spark attacks with more regularity than in the 11-man game. It's good swift work there. Good turn as well from Walid Al-Yobi from a tough angle. Almost got the job done. Of course, the game that follows this one, all eyes will be on the North African nation of Morocco to see how they fare against South Southern African might in Mozambique. That's at a 4 o'clock kickoff, and then action picks up tomorrow as well. Mozambique taking on Tanzania in the opener, match day 2. South Africa will be eyeing this game against the Seychelles to see what they'll have to do to get what is now a very crucial and much needed win. Morocco face Angola, who, as I said, will be in fine form as well as confidence. Looks as if the rain wants to make a re-entry again. That disappeared a bit. They just start with a lot of rain as we see the close quarter battles. Jumped and illegally though jumped into his man. That was Terence Amade. Jumped for the rolling subs as well. There's a chance for Saudi Arabia. They go low. The keeper Dominic Bocciare not called into action at all. So we haven't seen a low shot goal today. A lot of them has been they've decided to take the high road. Oh, that throw in nearly bamboozling the Saudi Arabian goalkeeper Assam Kama, but he got his angles sorted out in the end. No chance for Ryan Servina, 28 years of age, versatile player, man who represents as well the colors of One Stone out in the Seychelles. Interesting to know the 2 of the starting 5 today do play for One Stone. That'd be Martin Williams and Ryan Servina. There's a chance for Ramsey. Finds a divisive commit in the form of Ryan Servina. Seems to have gotten over his injury early on. There's Haman. Spectacular attempt, both players in the air. And Servina just put off Ramsey. Show whose eyes lit up. Well, salivated at the thought of disturbing the goals. This spectacular bicycle kick. Already seen a few of those today, particularly in that Malawi and South Africa game. Well, Captain Isak Kajam picking up the headlines and writing his own story as well. Picking up a man of the match performance. So the Seychelles coach Gerald Koslier started like a man, ricocheted all the way up from Servina, did extremely well just to get back into position. As you see there, Ramsey thought, I'm in here. Going to be first sub of the game. And so from the side from the Middle East, Omar Karamesh. The keeper has to be about his width than he is. And from Al Salam, as Omar Karamesh is a midfielder by trade, and he's on the ball, unmissable with his dreadlocks. From one jersey 12 to another, it's a 33-year-old Terence Amade. Plays for Ecuador. Ahmed has left the fray, I'm sure to return in due time. There's Khalid Al-Muwalad. He's the man who replaces him. And so Coach Silva going for a swap in the attack. Walad, one of the younger members of this Saudi Arabian side, turns 24 in the month of October. They're not on target at all. Don't think we've had a goal scored yet from the keeper. I think it's been all outfield players today. Protects the ball. Ryan Servina aids out Dominic Bocciare, spots the run to the left-hand side of Terence Amade, who hasn't really been in this game in the early exchanges. We're just struggling to acclimatize this yet. The hardness of the sand also is playing surface as well. It's not easy, I'm sure, just to get foot pound almost at the highest level. opening minutes of the game. Already that it's time. That's why perhaps the games do tend to come alive the second and third periods rather than the first. That's a bit we can touch from a man who just crept onto the pitch. Herode Prosper. Thank you very much, Mr. Prosper. Martin Williams. Always number 7 for Seychelles. Come on, is Khalid Mudaya, defender. Man. Chance for Seychelles. Falling through. And then Hansel Cortelian. He's up in a bit of space, but the chance now is with Saudi Arabia. Prosper. Of what the side is trying to do. Islam Sarraj have made subs already. Seychelles do have a player looking on the sidelines, that being Salam. Yani not the same. Yeah, not happy. The coach is really ever happy. Mr. Lon is called over to the sidelines. Have a closer look at the contact point. Almost stepped on his own player there. And Servina. The ref has pretty good control of the situation. An opportunity for the Middle Eastern nation now. Oof. Yeah, I think somebody needs to pick that one up in Nklanga. Herode Costlier, looking suave, I have to say. It was shades of his nice touch there from Servina. And look at that, as his teammate is quickly surrounded. And that is Yani Norris. Here comes a spectacular attempt. Good idea, because I tell you what, the back poster was a player in green, so anything could have conspired from that one and developed, because the defender, I don't think, had a clear view of his opponent. Prosper gets a throw in for his side, but then gives it easily away to Karamesh. Now with Moalat, thinks about the shot, turns his man inside out, ricochets off the upright. That was really well worked. The skill, the acumen, as well as the confidence. That's the closest we've come by far. That one, Khalid Mudaya. It's the man who contributed to Mudaya's back in it again. Too hot to handle as things stand. The cross came in. But that was far too high. I mean, let's have a good look at that Mudaya effort. The pass to the right-hand side from Muwalat. And so Servina stuck in the sand. They left him for dead there. Oof. Did the keeper get a little slight touch just to deviate it away from the bottom right corner and onto the post as the players to come on. Ahmed Almami. Alhami. Goes for the low road as Butcher out. It's called into action. Needs to be careful. Forcing matters for the team in green. Look much more likely to open the scoring in this the first period. The Highland nation of the Seychelles have not troubled Ahmed consistently enough. Mudaya. Now what Ahmed thinks about the shot and then eventually pulls the trigger to Marvale. We'll pick it up with Lajoy. Low block. Improvisation. Composed play there from Al-Hamami. Now with the dangerous Mudaya. He looks as if he's really up for the fight. Mudaya. He's telling his defenders to get tighter to players when not in possession. Ahmed with the corner. Oof. Trapeze act there of note. The goal nowhere near the ball. Mudaya again. Look at that work from him on that right hand side, really turning it on. The low shot, well blocked by Lajoy. And Coach Gustavo Silva will be quietly pleased and enthralled and full of confidence with what the Saudi Arabian nation have put out here. Naif, another of the subs off the bench. Being Naif Yakal of Al Tahami. Spotting something here. Reminds Al-Mami needs to take the corner here. He had forgotten. Had gone walkies. Oh, does love a bicycle kick. That's Saraj. That actually hit the back of the net. Gustavo Silva can manage a smile. He sees the light side of it all. Now with Al-Hamami. To his left, Mudaya. Immediate left, and Mudaya is so good at winning those balls and turning defense into attack. Oh, and there's a goal from all of that. The attention was on Mudaya as he had claimed to have been fouled, but the Seychelles from that shot had found the back of the net. Almost took everybody by surprise there. Here's the initial contact, Mudaya. It was a tackle come shot that turned into a goal that beat the Saudi Arabian keeper Ahmed. The goal accredited to Lajoy. That man is green there. Bringing joy. Here's Lajoy. Don't think he planned it, don't know how much he knew about it. Or maybe on sand, not on grass, but I'll tell you what, the magic spray is universal. It shows the impact. Look at this from a different angle. I'm going to make it shake by the looks of it. That's Ahmed. Planting his head. I'm saying in disbelief. Serious issue from the diet. He looks like he's a man. The real extract of all Arabian nation. Somewhere jersey 10 in a country unless they do believe that give 10 out of 10 performance. on this player. Looking to get in a strong tackle of joy. So the ball goes all the way to the net. We have minutes of big touch. Take it through hits and misses of first period. This was a chance. From a four-man comes Darkman. They could block by Ryan Sabina. Then the introduction of Medaya, who was pretty scoring moment for the nation of Saudi Arabia. Tennis man inside out cleverly. Yeah, there was a little touch. It was right elbow. Dominic Ucharao was wondering. And then this big talking point. Mustafa Silva caught him hot under the collar. This is why he claimed that there was a foul on this player. Joy said, I knew what I was doing. I was claiming man and ball and goal. He'll claim the goal as well. With that was the thrills and spills of the first period that we saw. And back again very shortly for the resumption of the second period. Remember, 12-minute periods split into 3.
And our last stage of the day will be 4-4 with Morocco and Tanzania. And after that, we'll say goodbye to the eliminated team. 22nd for the semi-finals.
As the second half is nearly upon us, Saudi Arabia in a deficit with the Seychelles side taking the lead through La Joy. There to get us underway. Spotting if any subs have been introduced. Walid Ayabi, he's back on the pitch. He started the game and then went off. I see Ramzi Darkman as well. He's there, jersey 7 at the bottom of the screen. As well as Ahmed Almami. So it seems as if Mustafa Silva went with the initial pairing of Ayabi, Almami, Darkman. Just need to see if Mubarak Al-Busari is also in there. Attempt through Saudi Arabian player Darkman to catch them on the counter. Oh, here's a mistake. Not. So the Seychelles have swapped keepers as well as Saudi Arabia. Reserve keeper Patel Arwali of Saudi Arabia is on, as well as Damien Adela. I don't know if I can call you a reserve keeper when you can come on as many times and as frequently as these players do. Just call him the other. One who, at the start of the game, the coach didn't like as much. Darkman. Gets it over to his teammate, and then creative work, and what a save there. Now from the keepers in Damien Adela. That would have made Bucharo real proud. Here's the corner. Pre-worked move. 2 go to the center. The third to the left, but the ball player can't find the pass. They need to work on that set piece a bit more. Here's Darkman. Just couldn't find the quick release there, goalkeeper Adela. And so with Walid Al-Yabi, his shot is blocked. course, as I said, the Saudi Arabian, how they've come to be part of this tournament. It's a real testament to the Koosafa region and its open borders, a policy that, look, football is not just about those in the African continent, but it's a universal game. That's why it's universally recognized. It's a shot of Saudi Arabian keeper Betal Arwali. And the latest edition of the Arab Beach Soccer Cup. They topped their pool with wins over Mauritania and Morocco. And a bit of action early on was manufactured on that left-hand side. Look at that for real technique, tackers. That's Ali, looking to knock him out with a TKO. And who turns 24 in 2 days' time. So looking for an early birthday present. There's Ahmed Al-Mami, better known as Ali. He plays for Amjad. We start the action from the back from the Seychelles. Straight into the hands of the keeper. There's one thing in mind. He wants to find the strikers up top again. Another quick release. Maybe perhaps that's why he's been brought on. He seems to have a much stronger arm than the man that he replaced, Hassam Kaman. That being Batel Arwali. Good save there by Adela. Back to the Saudi Arabians, just unpack their story, but first here's this corner that Harold Costly, our side, need to deal with. The last corner they did not get it right at all, and that one as well. They need to perhaps really start putting more focus on training. And they said pieces hauled down. There's Ali. After defeating Mauritania and Morocco in that last edition of the Arab Beach Soccer Cup, the team had been preparing for the Koosafa event with a camp in the city of Jazan. The IOF President Zulakovic. It's a clash again between Martin Williams and Ahmed Almani. Williams had a chunk full of Ahmed Alman's shirt, and he needs to wait for the end of the game to swap shirts with him. Someone needs to tell him that. With low block, Adela. Second period, not producing as many chances as we saw in the first, but there's still quite a big chunk of it. Oh, the rain has started, you can tell, judging by the fans just moving, almost casually walking away to get some cover. I thought they would have been running. How does this now affect the gameplay and the ability of players to do what they do best, and that's ball? Nonetheless, we play ball. Keeper comes out. Oh, that was a touch. Referee had a very good vantage point of it. Says play on. Not a foul at all. Two subs waiting to come on for the team in green. And so the Moroccans are in the house. They just walk past the commentary booth looking suave and really confident. Why not? One of the top powerhouses in the continent. Composure there from Ali. Juggles the ball and then eventually looks for that landish. Yeah, rain absolutely pelting down now. Ines Mudaya saw him hobble off at the end of the first period. That shot is gone by Mike Balete. Shot doesn't make for easy viewing and catching as well for the keepers. Rain always, most often than not, affects the vision of players. Oh, that was a good chance, but Delon was caught backpedaling there. Mudaya never really looked up. Good attempt nonetheless. Adela. Ooh, needs to be careful. Adela gives the ball away. It says Mudaya! How did he miss an open net? He dreamt about this moment last night, but couldn't bring dreams into reality, Mudaya. Oh, how the Saudi Arabians would have loved that. They need that. Maybe too casual. Ryan Servina with the latest attempt for Seychelles. That's a foul. Yellow card for Ryan Servina in the meantime. Well, that's that big talking point. Have a look at this. If you thought all money, anybody in the Saudi Arabian team, you'd have this man, Mudaya. All he had to do was just put it past the keeper, which he did, but inside the upright. Put it outside of it. Still trailing, yet to break their tournament duck. Or can they change their tide here with this free kick? Long range attempt. It's Adela up against Ali. Barely even renders a save out of the keeper. I see he's got rid of the glasses. I thought he's going to be wearing those throughout the game. To be when the rain comes, you need to see properly. And Servina's shot is not good enough. Big Chapman-esque throw there from keeper Ruali. He needs to get a move on Karamesh. He's got the ball pinched off of him and looks for the 1-2. As Servina flings himself at that, concedes a corner. Will they take this quickly? The back post, look out for Mudaya. He's in a dangerous position. Ball never reaches him. Instead, the ball is with Martin Williams. Into now the last 6 minutes of this game. It looked like a foul. Picked up by Karamesh. Mozambicans are in the house. I'm saying como está seu dia to them. Showing off my bit of Portuguese. Yes, I'm a man of international mystery. Nice touch there from Karamesh. Oh, ball off the crossbar and then under the crossbar. They can't turn it in. It just will not go in for them. The latest attempt there was Al-Rashid. What do they have to do to get a goal here? It's from such small moments, margins. But return 3 points. Well, return no points to 3 points, I should say. It was Al-Rashdi, maybe he was rushed. But all the time, he would bring it down and then maybe just reposition himself. Keeper loses sight of the ball. There's a stoppage. So never mind 3 balls on the pitch, never mind 2. Now here's a good looking attack on the left hand side. Al-Rashadi just didn't get his head up quickly enough. Adela. He has one thing in mind, and that's to find the teammate to the right. Keeper Rawi comes out acrobatically, so stopping that attempt. There's a Mualat joins the fray as well. First touch for Saraj. Mualat lays it over to Rawali, flicked on by the man who just joined us, Naif. Running out of time in this second period, Saudi Arabia. Here's an acrobatic attempt. Oh! And it dribbles past Al-Rawali. Looked innocuous. Terence Samade forcing matters. The third basket kick of the day to be the keeper. That one probably the least spectacular of the 3. But sometimes it's not about style. As stylish as that look, it's more about precision. That shot beat Al-Rawali low to his left. I wonder how much did the rain affect him. How much it had in the hand in that goal as well. I think he should save that, but I said inside is affected. And there's droplets coming your way, and at speed as well. It's a long road back here for Saudi Arabia. Taking baby steps is Ramzi. corner. What does Coach Gustavo Silva do here? His side trailing 2-0 at the close of the second period. They're going to need, if they do not score now, 3 goals from somewhere in the last period of this game. Otherwise, it's curtains for them. They did have chances. 2 of them could have been 2-2 if they'd taken those 2 chances. With Mudaya first and then Asrashdi. Easy chances too. 4 goals against the Seychelles. Much ado about nothing really there. I think both players just collided. Mudaya back in the wars again. He just came back from the sick bay. Looks like he's heading back there. It's the Seychelles side as well. Plenty experience within the ranks. Played in the last 3 editions of the KooraFlash Beach Soccer Championships. She included a 3 victory over Sauda in South Africa. Goal scorer Amade limps off. Amade off. In is Medric Jean-Baptiste for the first time in this game. Jean-Baptiste joins us. Clever use of his bench, Harold Goslier. Look of concern on Silva's face. Side, wicked bounce there. That could have went anywhere. Side well and truly behind the 8 ball here. In desperate need of a hero. Will the Seychelles find a third with the Saudi Arabia throwing numbers into attacking positions? As I said, the small island nation of the Seychelles began last edition with a 3-2 victory over host nation South Africa. There's another attempt. That looks good! Oof. Naive. It's just not their days at the Saudi Arabians. They deserved at least to hit something other than advertising boards. On the sidelines there's Walid Awabi. Get a chance to they're just waiting for the right moment to introduce him. Bit of a stumble by Jean-Baptiste. After that 3-2 victory over South Africa, followed by a pair of 2 defeats to powerhouses Senegal and Mozambique as they exited in the pool stages. So that's as good as it got for the Seychelles back in 2022. Lost both counters in pool counters in 2021 as well. Goes up. Did not go down without a fight though. Played here opener against South Africa. Lost 4-2 with an epic 8-6 defeat at the hands of Angola. They did not qualify for the semi-finals. Seychelles bench looking composed with Jean-Baptiste looking on. Was an earlier attempt. Look at that from Naive, did everything. Oof. Perfect. Barring the finish. Unlucky there. Unlucky. There's Mubarak. Comes in as well. Sidelines Martin Williams, soon to join the fray. It's unconvincing by DeLion, but you know what? It's from sometimes these unconvincing shots that a goal may just transpire. The keeper took one for the team there, Arwali. Was so short by his teammate. I'm sure he'll be having words at the team hotel later. Hey, remember that one? But Sunday morning, do better. Seconds remaining in this second period. All the aces on the Seychelles pack. Gustavo Silva back into play. There's an opening for Ramsey. You can see the corner. Ooh, took it away from his own player. Just looked to get himself in a good position there. Mubarak Al-Dusari. There's a chance for Darkman. Finds a defensive committee of 2 players. The muscle being Lajoy. Gives away a foul. And Darkman made sure that the referee knew he was fouled. Screech, you think a sniper took him out? Well, he's been at it for a while. There's Gustavo Silva, not a happy camper. Would be with the side losing 2-0. He's on the clock officially. There's got an end to, we should bring an end to the second period, probably after this set piece. Amount of sand put up to the required levels. Ramsey does a bit of gardening. I'm sure that he's got a clear path as to what he's doing. Perhaps as well, just calming his nerves. He knows this is a big moment for his team. If this goes in, they slash the deficit to just 1 goal. Takes run up almost as far as Moses Mabhida Stadium. Oh, big save on the follow-up. Adela, though, can't keep them out. A goal that they desperately needed. And come of the hour, come of the man, Ramsey. Does extremely well to keep his cool and not lose focus after the initial shot was saved. Now this will really get Saudi Arabia going. Look at that, guessed well to his left to get up quickly for the rebound, but not to be. Ramsey slotting it away. Coach Kosler will be bitterly disappointed they can't exit the second period. Ooh, here's another shot. Somehow Adela couldn't really put himself in glory. They look very unsure of his handling into the last 4 seconds. Going quickly, you should hear the final buzzer. Yep, you do. Brings an end to the second period. As I said, look at him. He knows. Had we kept a clean sheet in that second period, all we have to do is just defend and defend well and catch them on the counter and put this game to bed. It's 2-1 instead, courtesy of Ramsey Darkman, the 28-year-old Al Salam player. The game is proving to be tactical and technique-filled game. This was that earlier moment as well by Al Hamami. Keeper Adela, who had at this point just come on for Bouchare, and then Mudaya with the goals beckoning at his mercy. Listen, all he had to do was just find the target, and it would have been 1-1. Adela with a couple of hairy moments, and swiftly followed this acrobatic attempt. Could have literally brought that down and then tried to score Salam Al-Rashdi. A few moments later, keeper Arwali was called into action. Was brave enough, strong enough as well. Then Terras Amade with a magic moment that beat Arwali's heroics. Just to ensure that the Seychelles in the pound seats. Yeah, it's the precision of the shot, and he saw it late. Arwali, that angle gives you a perfect view of it. Naif almost got the equalizer. He was bitterly unlucky there. It's with away from that position came this chance for Ramsey. Couldn't convert the first time of asking, but managed to do so in the second, and then last piece of action before the buzzer. Was Della's handling there. Was top as we'd seen. So we return very shortly for the third period. taking the sights and scenes of beautiful Durban. And the third period is seconds away from us finding the fate of the 3 points in this encounter. As Saudi Arabia later on via Ramsey Darkman put themselves back in this game. It looked as if it had been a no-show for them in terms of points. They found a way. Looks like the keeper reverted back to original Hassan Kaman. Back on for the last period. Darkman. I think Darkman and Mudaya have shown that they're the most prolific of the Saudi Arabian attackers. Very skillful players. Rain is back again, having stopped a few minutes ago. Ball caught under Stormy Takaman, Mike Balete. Here's Balete, 10:34 on Wednesday. Oh, tackles Ryan Servina. Flew into that one. Dominic Bocharao as well has rejoined the side. Good performance by Adela. Apart from that one hairy moment where he looked to catch the ball and unwittingly almost put into the back of his own net. So the ball come off the crossbar. He was very good in that first half. In the second period, I should say. The pass, Servina though, leaves it short and wide for DeLion. Of course, a reminder, if you just joined us, Angola got the opening or the first win of the day against Tanzania. Malawi followed up their participation with a 4-2 victory over host nation South Africa. Very impressive. Match 3 now. And Seychelles with much of the play in the first and second periods. Only late on to see their hard work undone, bring the score to 2-1, heading into its third and final important period. Ooh, that's almost bamboozling Bocharao. Quick release by the 26-year-old keeper. First possession, it's Balete. Oof. If he got his pass off, there's a man in yellow in ample space there. Did well though, the 34-year-old to get back and in possession for his team. The touch is wide by the dangerous Terence Hamadi. Chops down one of the Saudi Arabian players in the back post. Oh, Al-Marin. Again, the Saudi Arabians finishing leaves much to be desired. All he had to do was just place it. Instead, placed it wide. Oh, it comes back. Superman-esque dive from Bocharao. Flung himself in the air there. And the follow-up missed completely. Here's a chance for Terence Hamadi. Picked up nonchalantly by Mudaya. His influence in the game has dissipated slightly. Not as impactful as we saw him when he first came on in the first half. Oh. That would have caught up Hassan Kaman. Still looks on keenly. Whistles blown. There's an attention to this next phase of play. There was a chance early on again by Al-Hamami. Look at that, he had space as the Seychelles defense switched off. You even see Terence Amada holding his head in his face thinking, wow, how did that not go in? And then this brilliant save from Dominic Bucharau. High quality action here at the Durban, the south end of Durban Beach. Deep in thought is coach Harold Koslier. Now, all this turn to a third. Straight at command. It looked like a handball. Looks suspiciously as if he handled it on his way down. Walid Al-Yabi. Now he has a chance through a couple of bodies. Bucharau really loves a spectacular dive, does he? His athleticism is top tier. Not so much his shooting though. Into the last 8 minutes, Saudi Arabia need a moment to at least take this game into extra time. Should be 3 minutes. And if sides cannot be separated, that will go down to penalties. Lion waiting to come on is Naive. And with Captain Mubarak Al-Duastri. There's wayful there from the captain. Two players shoulder to shoulder. Here's Modaya. Goes back post. Comes out bravely. It does Mike Palete. Here's a chance for the Seychelles. Takes a tumble. Can he get the pass away to an unmarked Delian? No, he can't. Chance goes a begging. Sweet turn there. They followed him all the way. And if the Seychelles were to get a goal here, I think Saudi Arabia will find it very difficult. Not impossible, not improbable, but very difficult to achieve to get 2 goals within what, 6 minutes if the next goal comes in the next few minutes or 60 seconds or so. Naive comes on for the remaining 6 minutes. It's a family affair. Lovely to see. Unfortunate that the rain has come about and maybe just seen numbers decrease slightly. From this position, goes for the spectacular. Very unlikely. I don't think anybody, as I said today, has scored from distance. Not being the kind of day. That's a tough looking tackle from the ever uncompromising Ryan Servina. Does love a sliding tackle, much like Dominic Bucharau loves a dive. I wonder if they're roommates. It's Ramsey. This a big moment in this period. Big moment for Saudi Arabia in the first ever Koosafa Beach Soccer Championship tournament. So it'll have to be one hell of a strike. That was lame, but the keeper, Boracha, almost spilling it into the direction of Naif. Keeper does well just to get an arm to that. Clock winding down. Passing second. Oof. It's Naif. A player really. His agility level is superb, really. I mean, the whip he gets on those bicycle kicks. Some of the best I've seen. Buchara's positioning was exceptional as well. Foul goes against Saudi Arabia. Ryan Servina for once. He's not the one doing the fouling. And the ball just bounces just wide. And the yellow card coming out here for one of the Saudi Arabian players. They haven't had too many yellows. Touch. Like silk. And Servina, yeah, guess who's always involved in the tough tackles? Ryan Servina. I think he was the one, in fact, and saw the yellow come his direction. Just have to see out the remaining 5 minutes here. Small island nation touch. Servina cuts it back on the 45. Lunging at it was Martin Williams. Picked up by Walid Joabi. Saudi Arabians did a magic moment here. Looking to provide it was Naif. Martin Williams. Never got a hold of that. Prosper never got a proper hold of that. With Ramsey. Of course, the game to follow soon after this one. All eyes will be on the Moroccans taking on Mozambique in their Group B encounter. With Angola having already picked up the points in Group B. They look to follow suit as well. Maximum points that being. Mike Balete. Oh, keeper comes out bravely so. Could have caught a foot in the face there, but for your country, put your nose where it hurts. Just like that from the 34-year-old Mike Balete. Sweeps the ball out of play. Oh, keeper needs to be careful here. He has a chance for Seychelles, and they make it a third. Keeper culpable. Ahmed with an oh no moment. Martin Williams just too strong. The more hungry of the two. That is game, set, match, methinks. Unless a minor footballing miracle out here in Durban's South Beach. I think Saudi Arabia have been drowned. Looks up to the heavens and says, mucho obrigado, thank you. Bring on some fresh legs. Terence Amade comes back. The keeper has just been subbed, by the way, after this harrowing moment. Got there first, then tried to be fancy. But look at that. Martins was just hungrier than both those players. More stronger in the tackle as well. Harsh lessons being learned by the debutants. Come by experience. Now with Walid Al-Yabi, I'm sure post-match if you ask Gustavo Silva what are the key takeaways, he will say finishing. I think their finishing has let them down. Here's another one you could add to misfiring in Saudis catalogue. Look, there's some of them that aren't too far off, but I'm talking about the easy ones. The Mudaya chance as well as the Almani chance. It's easier to score than miss. It didn't. Where the opponents have been far better in that department than them. Two minutes and some change to get a change in the scoreline. Flicked on. Waiting this almost scoring in on goal, Terence Amade. Just want to play in areas that will or keep them in the business. Here's a chance. Here's swept in the direction of the goals. Ahmad Arashti. Big save, Dominic Berichau. If that gone in, that would have really given us a grandstand last 2 minutes. Oh, necessary save from Dominic Berichau to keep that 2-goal cushion in their favor. Checks back DeLoyne. That's for the back post. Cheeky from DeLoyne. Oh, volley claims of a handball. The Seychelles player takes time to tell Arashti exactly where that came from. Oh, the last touch it got was off a head. We should allow the referees to do that and focus on playing. The manager smirk, does DeLoyne. That man can't. The frustration was a person. Gustavo Silva will be it. Might just change here. Minute and 29 seconds. They need this to go in. Oof. Smashes into the advertising boards. I think with that, maybe that just may be the last chance from the right foot of El Hamami. Strong play from Terence Amade. You just want his side to see this out professionally so. Missed by all in sundry, but not that man, Almami. It's wide from the acrobatics of the Saudi Arabian player. To the last minute. Just want to play in these kind of areas. That's a foul there by Terence Amade. He knew exactly what he's doing. I wouldn't be shocked if he sees a card the same color his shirt. Yep, there we go. Pop, yellow card. He joins Ryan Servina into the referee's book. Attempted little chip from there. Quite audacious. The keeper has way too much time to assess the angles and the flight of the ball. even from close range. Passes on for Amade. Big block by Almami. Still with Terence Amade. Such a strong figure. Very difficult man to push off the ball. Here's Terence Amade, 33-year-old. He's for Ecuador. Confidence, I think, has just left the Saudi Arabian side. Look at that shot there. Much behind it. The referee's final whistle of the buzzer will nearly be upon us, and right on cue. Seychelles too good for the newbies. They show them that experience. You can't buy that. Sometimes you need to go through the losses to feel the pleasure. This will go a long way in teaching Saudi Arabia a lot about their team. Gustavo Silva will understand who can do what and who can't do what. But nonetheless, it's not easy, particularly in their first game of the tournament. They have 2 more chances as the Seychelles hold on for a well-deserved win. The likes of Terence Amade, Mark Balete, and Martin Williams, pretty good as well. And so the Seychelles get the job done. Back to this 3, not 2 in the end. 1 at full time for the island nation. So the Arabians will be disappointed, but he won't. Man, Terence Amade, he's done exceptionally well there. Points to the Seychelles badge with a big smile on the face. Why not? Is this goal and performance that powered the side to a positive result for them. And of course, after this, we do have 1 more game to go after this. It's been one hell of a day, but let's finish off in style. It's the Battle of the M's, Morocco versus Mozambique. Catch us live on FIFA Plus, your World of Champions, as well as on the various social media platforms.